Fishing shrimp in the sea. One may wonder, in light of the fact that the average American consumes 4.1 pounds of shrimp in the course of a year, then the question arises, how do shrimpers catch those delightful wild-caught shrimp? Do you want to know everything? Well, Harvesting and Techniques got your back. So let's get to know everything. The fact that shrimp is an annual crop that is intrinsically sustainable is something that comes as a surprise to many people. Our members fish for shrimp in the warmer seas of the Gulf of Mexico and South Atlantic, where they then bring them back to be processed. If these shrimp are not captured, prepared, and eaten, they will eventually perish in their natural environment or be devoured by fish that are larger than they are. A new generation of shrimp will hatch, grow, and be ready for harvesting once again the following year. Shrimpers have, for the most part, been employing the same fundamental method to trawl for shrimp using boats of varying sizes for well over a century now, with the majority of technological advancements serving primarily to improve operational efficacy and enhance environmental stewardship. Because of their way of life is dependent on the health of the environment and the shrimp fishery, shrimpers have a natural interest in ensuring that both continue to thrive. The trawl itself is the most important component of a shrimp trawler. The trawl is a large, specialized net that is hauled behind the trawler and sinks toward the bottom of the ocean. Over the years, the industry has achieved a variety of significant advancements to ensure that turtles are able to escape through the use of turtle excluder devices, and that bycatch, which refers to other fish that are caught in the net, is limited through the use of bycatch reduction devices or BRDs. The sector is subject to stringent regulations to guarantee that the standards created jointly by the industry and the National Marine Fisheries Service are adhered to. The trawl net has a shape that is analogous to a flattened cone and a wide front end, both of which enable it to collect a diverse range of marine life. The top of this mouth has buoys attached to it, and the bottom has weights attached to it. This configuration allows the top to rise up and open the mouth in order to collect shrimp. In front of the bottom of the net is a metal chain that is known as a tickler chain. This chain is used to jiggle shrimp from the floor so that they are more easily caught by the net. The tickler chain is used while the net is lightly skimming across the bottom of the ocean floor. The shrimp that are collected by the trawl is guided downward by the cone-shaped structure of the trawl until they reach the bag in which they are stored. The powerful winches on board the vessel then bring the trawls alongside, at which point the catch is either brought on deck, where it is gathered and iced, or frozen for subsequent sorting and processing. Outriggers are long metallic poles that stretch out on the left and right sides of the ship and then drop down the trawls into the sea, while simultaneously helping to stabilize it on even the roughest of waters. An example of this may be seen in the video that follows, which demonstrates that the standard shrimp boat is equipped with up to 4 trawls, 2 each on the left and right sides of the boat. Even though shrimpers have been using trawls for more than a century, it is in the best interest of the shrimping industry to ensure that their trawls and overall efforts have a minimal impact on the environment. This will allow the shrimp industry to flourish while coexisting with its surroundings for the sake of the health of the shrimp fishery and for the benefit of anyone who enjoys wild-caught shrimp. Well, this was the current method used for shrimp fishing in the sea, so how were shrimp fished previously? The first method used was fishing weirs, nets, and traps. Native peoples of the Americas used fishing weirs and traps made of branches and Spanish moss to catch shrimp and other crustaceans in North America. Alternatively, they used nets woven with fiber beaten down from plants to catch shrimp and other crustaceans. Cajun fishermen in Louisiana began catching white shrimp and drying them in the sun in 1735 using beach seines that had been imported from France the previous year. This is a tradition that continues to this day. The subject of William Hogarth's 1740 to 1745 drawing, titled The Shrimp Girl, manages to carry a large basket full of shrimp and mussels that she sells on the streets of London while balancing it on her head. Chinese people began migrating to California during the middle of the 19th century for the purpose of participating in the gold rush. Many of these immigrants originated from the Pearl River Delta, an area where catching small shrimp with nets had been a tradition for several centuries. Some immigrants began to fish for local shrimp in San Francisco Bay, particularly the inch-long Krengong Francisco rum, which is known for its small size. The catch was sun-dried by the fishermen, after which it was either shipped to China or sold to members of the Chinese community living in the United States. This marked the beginning of the shrimp fishing industry in the U.S. Second was trawling. The decline of the fishery was caused by both excessive fishing and pollution caused by the tailings from gold mines. On the coast of the South Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico, a fishery for pinnate white shrimp has since taken its place. Because there were so many of these shrimp, the beaches were covered in windrows formed by their shed shells. This region is the birthplace of modern industrial shrimp fishing methods. It was necessary for both the otter trawl and the internal combustion engine to be invented at the same time in order for shrimp to become one of the most widely consumed foods in the history of the world. Trawling for shrimp involves dragging a net along the seafloor, which allows for the capture of enormous numbers of shrimp. Trawling was first mentioned in English history in the year 1376, when a petition was sent to King Edward III requesting that he outlaw this novel and destructive method of fishing. The trawling for shrimp in estuaries was made illegal by the Dutch in the year 1583. The third is power engines. In the 1920s, modifications were made to the diesel engine so that it could be used in shrimp boats. The engines were connected to power winches, so only a small crew was required to quickly lift heavy nets on board and empty them out. Shrimp boats grew in size, gained speed, and gained capability over time. Because of advances in technology, fishermen are now able to venture to previously uncharted fishing grounds. Trawls could now be deployed in deeper offshore waters by fishermen, allowing them to track shrimp and fish throughout the year. Trawling was done in the open ocean by larger boats, while bays and estuaries were worked by smaller boats. In the meantime, developments in technology during the 1960s, such as the use of steel and fiberglass hulls, further strengthened shrimp boats, allowing them to trawl heavier nets. In a similar vein, developments in electronics, radar, sonar, and GPS have led to shrimp fleets that are more technically advanced and capable. Alterations to the processing of shrimp occurred concurrently with the industrialization of the fishing techniques used to harvest shrimp. Sun-dried shrimp were largely replaced by canned shrimp in the 19th century, and canneries were in turn largely replaced by freezers in the 20th century. The 1970s saw the beginning of a significant expansion of shrimp farming, particularly in China. During the 1980s, shrimp farming picked up speed as a result of an increase in demand for the crustacean that was greater than the amount that could be supplied, as well as the discovery that trawling for wild shrimp was associated with an excessive amount of bycatch and posed a threat to an endangered species of sea turtle. In 2007, the production of shrimp from aquaculture exceeded the amount of wild shrimp that was caught. So, I think that's going to do it for today's video, friends. We thank you so much for watching, and we certainly hope that you liked our video. If you did, please make sure you give us a like and share our video with all your friends and family and other intellectuals in your inner circle that would appreciate our video. Please also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll see even more of our incredible videos, and you can check out some other videos that have been specially selected just for you. If we can ask you one more favor, friend, please make sure you press the bell icon on your way out the door. That way you will always be notified immediately of our latest uploads to our channel, and you'll stay updated and informed with us. We appreciate you spending time out of your busy day to hang out with us today, and we'll look forward to doing it again sometime soon. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.